Hey guys, hope everybody is doing okay tonight. I just got some kind of weird message pop up here about dropped frames on YouTube, and I don't really know quite what that is about. It seems to have gone away, so hopefully we're rocking and rolling okay here. But just know that if something does go haywire and we end up, not being on the air, I will try again to get us going. So tonight we don't have a whole lot of stuff going on. We've got a mini helmet, an autographed Gold Rush mini helmet. Then we will have an autographed Game Day Greats football jersey. That will be followed by some Topps Series 2. Now, why is this telling me, are we still, okay. We're still having some kind of dropped frame problem, so I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this or not. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come off of here for a second and come right back and see if that fixes it. All right, guys, I'm trying to see if that brief little hiatus there is fixing whatever this dropped frame issue is that message I was getting. I'm not seeing it pop up right now, so hopefully that has got it. Hang on one second. I am waiting for my chat to load on my iPad, and everything looks kind of okay from my side. If you guys are having a problem, please let me know. But I think that whatever that dropped frame thing is seems to have gone away since I just kind of pulled the plug on the connection and started it back. I think we're okay. So it seems anyway. So let's go over a little information here, and then we can start breaking tonight. So first up there, you guys will see my feedback is completely automated on eBay. Here's what that means to you. You never ever have to wait on me. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. No waiting. Yay. The second thing on that page, the most important thing on that page, is to say thanks. I appreciate everybody who comes by and watches any part of the live or recorded broadcast. Those of you who chat with me and bid and break with me in whatever way you choose to join, I appreciate having you. So thank you very much. And now we're taking a look at the things that are coming up here over the course of the next 5 days. This is the stuff that's already listed on eBay that we're going to be breaking in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, you'll see we've got a lot of memorabilia again, including an autographed basketball jersey. We're going to do one of our autographed full-size football helmets. I've only got a couple of those left. We're going to do a Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey as opposed to normally we do the Gold Rush. We're going to do a Hit Parade tomorrow night. And we will also do another one of our full-size batting helmets. And then in addition to that, we'll finish up the case of Series 2 Hobby. We're going to start that case tonight. We'll finish it tomorrow night. I'm going to take Tuesday night off to get caught up with all that sorting and shipping because you guys know what happens Wednesday. All kinds of stuff comes out. Inception Baseball, Encased Basketball, Elite Football all come out Wednesday. We're going to break them Wednesday night. Actually, Stadium Club comes out Wednesday as well. But I felt like, none of us wanted to do like a 4-hour break, I don't think. So we're going to open Stadium Club for the first time on Thursday night. We'll also open a case of the Gold Rush value packs on Thursday night as well. On Friday, we'll do a 3-peat basketball box. We'll do another case of Encased Basketball. We will do a triple play baseball box. We haven't had those in a while. And then we'll do a half case of Museum Collection Baseball because it comes out on Friday. Yeah, crazy, right? And then over the weekend, we'll be breaking all of the above. Inception, Encased, Elite, Museum Collection, you name it. We'll be busting into it on Saturday and Sunday. For tonight, this is the order that we're breaking in. So the autographed mini football helmet comes first, followed by the autographed football jersey, then the Topps Series 2 baseball. Couple of things to note here. The first of which is the first 2 breaks have free shipping. Anytime you're in a break with me that has completely free shipping, you can look for it to go out the door usually 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. Sometimes I have an extra, 5-10 minutes in a day, and I'll get that memorabilia out quicker than that. But plan on it being Saturday. Be pleasantly surprised if it goes out sooner. Paid shipping break tonight is our Series 2. baseball, and I'm projecting that as a Thursday shipping date, but I feel like I can probably get that to you sooner since I'm not breaking Tuesday night. But to be on the safe side, I'm leaving it to state Thursday, and again, hoping to get it out maybe a day ahead of that. And the last piece of information to note from this page, if you're in one of the first two breaks, that would be the helmet and the jersey, and your team is not pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card that can be from any year, any series. I track that for a rolling 90-day period. What happens is normally the next time you hit a card or an item in another break with me, I'll look back over that rolling 90-day period and I'll gather up any of those cards that you are due for past breaks where your team wasn't pulled, and I'll ship them out with whatever is scheduled to go out at that time. If you don't want to wait, you don't want it to go that way, you want it to come by itself, just with a stamp and a plain white envelope, shoot me a message over on eBay and I will get that handled for you. So first up tonight, 2018 Gold Rush Series 2 Autograph Mini Football Helmet break number 18. It ended tonight, Sunday night, June the 24th, and of course we're going to bust into it the same night that it ended. Many of you, most of you, maybe all of you are familiar with how this works. We've got our team names there on one side, and the eBay user ID of the winning bidder is across from it on the opposite side. And of course, a new spreadsheet goes up before the start of every break. So if you don't happen to be in the mini helmet break, you're still going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. And last but not least, I do not use autofocus. So you'll notice there the background's going out of focus. I'm kind of manually setting the focus, but we should still be able to see everything with no problems. And I see we have Bills and Coins and Greg and T. Cassidy and Gina all in chat tonight. So hello to all of you. Greg, you were asking me what the value packs are. The gold, you're talking about the Gold Rush baseball value packs. Give me 1 second to take a look at this mini helmet, and then I will explain that to you, at least to the best of my knowledge. You know this makes me happy. Yeah, it's Dermontti Dawson, right? For my Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh yeah, I love it. And of course, you've got a little JSA authentication card you see hiding inside there somewhere on the back. Yes, there it is. We have a JSA authentication sticker to go along with it. And here is a little better look at Mr. Dermontti Dawson's signature on the Pittsburgh Steelers mini helmet. So congrats to my Steelers for that hit. That's going to bring us next into the jersey. I'm not going to forget about you, Greg. I am going to answer your value pack question, but just give us, probably the best time to do it will be when I'm opening some of the Series 2 packs, right? Because that always takes a while to get the stuff out. And I know you're in that break too, so it might be then before I get you answered, but I will get you answered, I promise. If you did not see this a second ago, if you jumped in late or you fell asleep while I was talking, please take a minute and look at what you see there on the screen in regard to both your projected shipping date as well as the consolation cards and how they work, because it does apply to this. 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey break number 18 also ended tonight and live streaming tonight, Sunday, June the 24th. Team names on the left, your name in lights if you're the winning bidder, across from your team there on the right-hand side. T. Cassidy, did you have the Steelers tonight? Because you said sweet, so I bet you did. If you did, you know I'm jealous, because that's a nice little Steelers hit. And you don't get a lot of Dawson signatures, or at least I don't pull a lot of Dawson signatures. So I like it. I think it's pretty awesome. Our jersey is Brian Bosworth. How about that? And Brian Bosworth looks, oh, look at that. They bent up your JSA authentication card like crazy bad. So it's all bent up and everything, but it's in there, such as it is, but it's seriously seen better days. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just there to match the sticker, so I guess it matters a whole lot. But there's your Brian Bosworth signature. There is the JSA sticker that matches it. And I believe that is his collegiate jersey. And, I mean, I'm assuming that Brian Bosworth is going to be a Seahawk, but let's take a, yeah, it's just a custom, I'm sure, collegiate colors, I mean. But I am going to run over here real quickly to NFL.com, and I'm just going to check his dates of service, if you will. Many of you know on our retired players how this works. If the team is not shown on the jersey itself, and it's a collegiate jersey like this one is, then we're going to go look and see what team he played for the longest, and it will go to that team. And again, I mean, I think it's the Seahawks. I don't even know if he played for anybody else besides the Seahawks, but we're about to find out. All right, I am loading it. Yeah, it was just the Seahawks. So look how easy that was. Yeah, all right. So Brian Bosworth with your bent up JSA authentication and the TriStar card. I'll try to straighten that out a little bit. It's going to have a crease in it, but I can straighten it out a little bit before you get it in the mail. And if this is coming your way, please make sure that you find both of those pieces of paper before you throw away the packing materials. Because sometimes, you know, I fold them up within the jersey. If they fall out loose, they're in the envelope or something. You don't want to toss them in the trash or the recycle bin, because you're going to need those things. All right, I've got to pick up this giant case of Series 2, so hold on a second. Oy. It is a brand new case, so yeah, we'll have a little work ahead of us on this one. But first, we've got to put up the spreadsheet info again, so let me get that loaded up here. Chances are you've seen this by now, but if you have not, your projected shipping date for Series 2 is Thursday, and I am really hoping I can get it out to you faster than that. But I'm projecting Thursday and shooting for faster. We'll leave it like that. 6 boxes of 2018 Topps Series 2 Hobby Baseball. It's a half case break. This is break number 6. Like everything else we opened tonight, it ended tonight, Sunday the 24th of June. The one difference, you'll note that there are several teams in here that did not sell tonight. Anything that was listed and didn't sell simply says no bids, buyback. So basically what that means is if anything comes out for one of those teams, it's just going to hang out here with me. It's going to join its brothers on Card Mountain, and pretty soon they're going to create Card Avalanche and bury us all alive. But anyway, until that happens, we'll just keep adding to it. So this is the start of a new case, and here's how I handle that. I will take all of the boxes out. I will number each of them on the end, and then use random.org to determine which ones we open tonight versus which ones we will open tomorrow night in the back half of this case. And of course, the hits in here, we've been opening jumbo. Many of you have been part of those jumbo breaks as well. So there's a little difference in this, in that in each of these boxes, it can be an autograph or a relic card. So they don't guarantee us that it's either one. It can be autograph or relic. So it's kind of a wild card as to what we're going to pull out. Of course, jumbo had a different configuration. It was a 6-box case. This, of course, is a 12-box case. And, of course, jumbo had an autograph card guaranteed in every box, as well as a relic. This is an either-or kind of proposition. So I'm going to bring you along with me. We numbered all of our boxes there, 1 through 12. And I'm going to simply just type in 1 through 12. I will hit random one single time. First 6 numbers that come up, those are the corresponding boxes we'll open tonight. Well, maybe we will. I was like, why is that? I could not figure out why that wasn't working. I knew I clicked it. It's just slow, like me. All right, so it has come up with 10, 12, 5, 6, 3, and 11. So 3, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. All right, I got to remember that. 3, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. All right, so there's 3. 5 and 6. Let me just take 9 off the stack. There's our 6 for tonight. Let me put these other 6 back in their case and then we'll get rolling. I also had to go grab my hat to keep my hair out of my face. It always gets in my face. Okay, so, oh, Eric. Eric says, I'll give you $15 for the unsold teams. I tell you what, Eric, it would probably, with that many teams, it would probably cost me more than $15 to ship them. So while I appreciate that, I think I will probably just hang on to them. Actually shipped out a package today. Of course, it didn't get picked up until tomorrow, but I did got it ready to go, got the label printed and all that. A fellow had, I think, 6 teams. Maybe it was 7. Anyway, it cost $20-something to mail it to him. Like $21. It was insane. And Raylan Cook is on here. Hello, Raylan Cook. How are you? Bills and Coins, did you have that Seahawks jersey? I see you typed in there, go Seahawks go, so I'm thinking maybe you did. Possibly. Now, Greg, I owe you an answer to your question about the Gold Rush value packs. So here's the deal with those. There's 12 packs in a box, which is also a case because they don't sell them as in, you know, quote, cases. Like there's not a whole bunch of boxes together to make a case. So basically the 12 packs make a box, which is also a case, if that makes sense. And each one of those packs has 3 cards in it. So there's going to be a total of 36 cards in the break. And they can be anything. They can be autograph, they can be memorabilia, graded cards, short print cards. There's any number of different things that can come out of there. And they're all from, you know, different companies. I'd say the majority of them probably are going to be Topps, but I'm sure there's the possibility that there could be Leaf or Panini in there as well, because they're all cards from other manufacturers that Gold Rush has, you know, bought back and repackaged and put into this product. So it's very similar to the one we opened for football recently. We opened, I forgot what they call that series, but where all the cards in it were graded, you know, so there's like a graded card edition, there's this value pack edition. So kind of you never know what you're going to get. I mean, obviously not every card that comes out is going to be worth a gigantic amount of money, but there are usually some good ones, some really decent ones mixed in with some that are kind of like, you know, I mean, like that. Okay, guys, so we're going to kind of, a lot of this is base, and we're going to cut a path through the base as we often do, and we'll stop on things that are like this. This is numbered to 2018. Anytime you see this kind of, I don't know, you want to call it a pea green, an army green, whatever you'd like to call that. Anytime we see that color, it's going to be numbered to 2018. Here's a little Paul DeYoung, and that, I believe, is our first short print of the night. So we're starting out the right way with a short print coming out pretty early with Paul DeYoung and the Cardinals. And of course, this is my first hobby that I'm opening as well for Series 2. I've been opening jumbos too. So I'm not really sure how many short prints we're going to find along the way, but we'll be learning together. This is numbered to 10. I didn't see any of this in the jumbo. It's kind of sort of it's not really acrylic, but it's kind of acrylic acetate. Maybe is that the word I'm looking for? This is an acetate sort of card. It's numbered to 10, obviously. It's Trevor Bauer, and it's pretty cool for the Indians. We didn't pull any of those in any of the jumbo that I opened, so. Oh, Eric's agreeing with me. It is an acetate. Okay, I got it right. Woohoo, go me. This is numbered to 50. It is Wilson Contreras for the Chicago Cubs. Our relic, of course, is the hit out of this box. Once again, out of Hobby, we end up with one relic or autograph per box. So at least it is numbered to 50, and it is a pinstripe, and you know it thrills me to get the pinstripes, right? I do like my relics to have a stripe if possible. Long Ball Legends, Reggie Jackson and the A's. We will find tons of inserts along those lines with the Long Ball Legends. Lots of inserts. Those are just advertising inserts. The ones that talk about Topps now. There are others that will talk about that PlayStation game, the code for the show. Hollow foil. These are unnumbered, but they're still, I don't know, maybe about one every 4 packs or so on the hollow foil. Something in that neighborhood. Long Ball Legends, Giancarlo. Note that he is still a Marlin on that card. We have a number of players that are in here with more than one team, their former team and their current team. So obviously it's going to go to whatever team you see there on the card. Chance Cisco and the Orioles. That is one of the 35th anniversary inserts, and that, of course, happened to be a rookie on there as well. An all-star insert for Miggy and the Tigers. And of course, you see, I'm the ones, these go 100 different directions in the pack. And as you can see, I kind of leave them going the other direction in the pack unless they happen to be an insert or something that we want to take a closer look at. Now, if that kind of puts you over the edge and you absolutely, positively have to see everything going the correct way, just jump in a chat and let me know, and I will flip them around for you. I just normally don't because, you know, it's just extra handling of the cards for one thing. And so for the most part, I kind of avoid it unless someone wants it done that way. We'll find a number of inserts that look like this. It's basically Topps salutes. This one is walk-offs. There's glove work. There's throwback jerseys, rookies, legends. I can't even remember what they all are, but we'll find a fair number of those salutes inserts. Instant Impact, we'll find a lot of those too. That one was for the Cardinals. And of course, the main thing about this is there's just lots of packs to open. So in Jumbo, you've got 500 cards in the box, but they're very nicely done. There's only 10 packs to have to open. Here, we have to open 36 packs of cards. So, yeah, it's a lot of opening to get all the cards even out of the packs. Not to mention the fact that it is a tremendous amount of cards in the break. I mean, there's way more cards in this than is in a half case of Jumbo, believe it or not. Yeah, there's 1,500 cards in a half case of Jumbo, and gosh, there's probably, what, close to 2,000 or something in this? I mean, there's a lot. A lot. Maybe a little over 2,000. I don't know. It's massive. It's going to take us a while to go through them all. It will take me a really long time to sort them and ship them, too. But the good news is, you will get a lot of cards, kind of no matter what team you have, you're going to end up getting a lot of cards. So for the set builders and that sort of thing, life is good in Series 2 Hobby. I know some people tell me they just donate them. When they get them, they don't keep any of the base cards. Which that's cool too, you know, take them to Kids Hospital or something. Numbered to 50, we have Ted Williams and the Red Sox in a Legends insert from Topps Salute. Tucker Barnhart, don't look now, but my Reds have won, is it 6 or 7 games in a row? Can you believe it? Like, when's the last time you thought the Reds would even win 2 games in a row? I know, we're putting it together, aren't we? Rookies, Rhys Hoskins for the Phillies. was playing well tonight before the rain came. I don't know if they're back up and running or not, Phillies and Nats. This is the other card we see for the show. That PlayStation 4 game has code on there. That's why I was covering the code up. It's an advertising card for that PlayStation 4 game. And believe it or not, that was just a base card. Believe it or not, our pitcher hit a grand slam yesterday. What? Like, they said the first time in, I think they said, I was just checking that one, 50 years or 60 years. I mean, some incredible length of time since the last pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds hit a grand slam. But yes, buddy, he did. Blew one right out of the park. I was quite pleased with that. And a game I was actually able to watch. It was in the daytime. So, yeah. There's hollow foil Kyle Freeland for the Colorado Rockies. Oh, Eric says it is 7 in a row. Okay. I thought we were approaching that if we weren't already there. So, that's pretty, it's pretty good for the Reds these days. Maybe we're starting to put things together. There's another hollow foil. I don't know. Our pitching, you know, that's been our thing all along. There's another one of those. All along our deal has been we've had terrible pitching. And now our pitchers are kind of starting to put it together. Aside from the grand slam. I mean, he threw a good game from a pitching standpoint as well. So. And then, of course, you know, the Cubs who have been, that's who we were playing this weekend. Cubs have been kind of in a slump anyway. And then, you know, they turn around and lose like that to the Reds a couple of times. Oh, you know they're demoralized now. Yeah, sad days for the Cubbies. Oh, Eric said one of our other pitchers hit a home run today. Yeah, well, the home runs are cool, but the grand slams, I mean, I just can't remember the last time a pitcher hit a grand slam that I saw anyway. I'm sure they do it, but generally speaking, of course, and here's the man who did it right there. Yes, that is our grand slam pitcher hero from yesterday. But historically, you know, the pitchers, they don't really, they're not the grand slam types normally, but that was a good one. To 2018, Cody Allen and the Indians. And I was watching the Nationals play tonight. Mark McGwire. Nope, Mark McGwire is the A's here. And of course, he's also in this set as the Cardinals on certain inserts. So sometimes he's an A, sometimes he's a Cardinal, just as an FYI. There's another hollow foil, that one for James Shields. So yeah, I was watching Phillies and Nats because I wanted to get a good look at Juan Soto, and I didn't get to watch very much of it until there was a rain delay, and I think probably the rain delay maybe was, I think they were starting to come out of it, but then I had to, you know, get set up for the break and everything, so I didn't get to finish watching it. So I really didn't get a chance to see much of Mr. Juan Soto. Of course, he's the rookie sensation for the Nationals this year so far. I think Victor would have gotten the call up, but he was injured, so it ended up being Juan, and that kid is really impressed. Noah Syndergaard. There is a nice little short print for the New York Mets. We've had some, well, actually, we've had a lot of really fun rookies this year. No, that's just the regular. It's going to take me a minute to adjust. I'm going to admit to that. In the jumbo, as many of you know, all of the inserts are right there together in the middle of the pack. So, of course, in hobby, they kind of float around. You have to look a little more closely. That is numbered to 2018 Fulmer and the White Sox. So you're going to see me from time to time flip them over to look at the little code on the back to confirm whether or not it's a base card or a short print. Eric, what are you saying? Disco, something disco and Otani, but I don't know what you're telling me there. My brain maybe is in neutral a little bit today. I'm going to admit that because somebody sent me a message earlier and I'm not sure. And I kind of didn't understand what they were asking me. So I had to write back and say, I'm not 100% sure that this answers your question because I'm not 100% sure I understand what the question is. I've kind of been that way all day. It's like I woke up this morning and my brain just said, hey, it's Sunday and I'm not going to work today. You're like, wait, what? It's another advertising thing for the show. I just grabbed it because I saw it. Disco is better than Otani. Oh, I got what you're saying now. Well, here is a fun little card. And if you have the Nationals, this is a cool card to pull, as a matter of fact. So this is a home run challenge card. If you're not familiar with how these work, I'm going to walk you through it. How handy is that? When you get it, you scratch off this little thing on the back. You go to the website. It's got a code. You're going to enter the code. Then you get a chance to choose what game you think Bryce Harper will hit a home run in, okay? And if Bryce Harper hits a home run in that game, you get a little prize, which is like a special Topps Now card, and it's usually pretty low numbered. And depending on the player, can have some value. And with Bryce Harper, it definitely would have a little resale value. But above and beyond that, you would also be entered for the grand prize, provided, of course, you know, that your player does hit the home run on the day you select. The grand prize, I believe, is a trip to the All-Star game. So those home run challenge cards are really fun to find. There's a variety of players. Bryce Harper is one of the better ones that we could have pulled because he happens to be right up there with our league leaders in terms of his number of home runs this year. I think he's hit 19. I also think he's the only one in the top 10 out of the National League. Everybody else is American League. There's an Otani paper base. And I know his batting average has been kind of bad. He's been in a slump, I'll grant you that. But when he hits it, that's often a home run. I mean, what's he hit? 19 or so, I think, on the year. So that's a good one to pull for the home run challenge. If you have the Nats, Bryce Harper is the way to go. And here's a nice little black and white negative parallel for the Kansas City Royals. And those are not numbered, but they don't come out super, super often. Like in the jumbos, you know, maybe they come out once in half a case or something like that. So, again, not one that turns up every time you turn around sort of thing. So that is box 1. Now we're rolling into box 2. Raylan's giving us the thumbs up. Do you have the Nationals tonight then? Is that what the thumbs up is for? You're happy that you got the home run challenge? Or is the thumbs up for something else entirely? Because I forgot to look over there for a minute. So it could be that you gave the thumbs up like a while ago and I just now saw it. Oh, you said yes, you do have the Nationals. Okay. Well, yeah, that's a fun little card to pull then. And if you get lucky and you choose the correct date, and he smacks the home run on that date, then your parallel Topps Now card would be worth a little dinero. Another advertising thing. The key to that, of course, is make sure that you kind of look at everything before you choose a date. So, you know, you want to make sure that he's going to be playing that day. You know, sometimes guys set out, or make sure it's not going to look like it's going to be a rain delay or anything like that, because they don't give you any do-overs, right? So if you choose a date and the game gets rained out, it's like, whoops, too bad. Or you choose a date and that's a date where your player's resting, it's like, whoop, too bad. So I always kind of think on that sort of thing, you know, you wait and enter that code and choose that date like a day or two before the game that you have targeted, to kind of be on the safe side. There's my man, Joey Votto, for the Cincinnati Reds. Didn't Votto hit a grand slam, too? I think he did. Obviously, I didn't get to watch everything all weekend, but I got to watch more than I normally do. I was happy about that. So, next week, you guys probably saw this. Oh, there's one of my two favorite players. You guys all know this. My favorite players are Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench. And I'm always so happy when I see either one of them. And here is Cole Hamels for the Rangers on a hollow foil insert. But so next week, this upcoming week, is going to be crazy. We had no releases this past week, not a single one, and then they're going to absolutely crush us this upcoming week. So we have Stadium Club, Inception. Oh, here's another home run challenge. Both coming out on Wednesday, along with Encased Basketball on Wednesday. Elite Football, which is the first football where our rookies will be in their NFL uniforms. This one is for the Tampa Bay Rays. It is Steven Souza Jr. Of course, you heard me run through the little spiel on that a minute ago, so I'm not going to make you suffer through that again, but that is the deal. Another one of the show things. And then on Friday, so after we've got all those things coming out on Wednesday, then on Friday, I think there might be a Leaf release of some sort. I'm not 100% sure because Leaf changes the dates on stuff a lot, so I haven't listed it yet because I'm going to wait until tomorrow to talk to my rep. Might try to find out. But we definitely have Museum Collection coming out on Friday. So 3 baseball releases, a basketball release, and a football release at the very least. And then all right before the 4th of July. Like, why do they always do that to us at the holidays? I don't know. Trying to make us all crazy. I thought that Suzuki would be a short print, but apparently it is not. It is not numbered as such. Clayton Kershaw back in action. Limited innings, but good to see him back on the mound. Instant impact for the Cubbies. I don't know exactly what happened there with Kershaw and his injury assignment, right? I mean, he was supposed to be coming off the DL with a rehab assignment down in the minors, just like a little one-game rehab assignment. And they pulled him out of it and said, nah, we'll just bring him straight on back to the bigs. So that's what they did. Here is a short print for the Angels. And that is Albert without his hat on. You don't see that very often. He is also in this series as both an Angel and a Cardinal, just as an FYI. Some of the inserts you'll see him on have him with his former team of the Cardinals. I try to point a few of those things out because, you know, sometimes you might just see the player, not really notice the team. Then you get your cards and you think, hey, wait, where's that insert I saw? Well, that's, yeah, might have been for the Cardinals. That's the deal. Well, I just did a terrible job getting the wrapper off of that now, didn't I? Good gracious. All right. Let's see what we've got. I think I see our hit in this pack as well. It's kind of right where I cut the deck, so to speak. All-Star Josh Donaldson for the Blue Jays, a hollow foil for the Giants. Whoops, that's going to be numbered. That is for the Colorado Rockies. It is to 67. Anytime you see in place of that sort of army camouflage-y green, when you see it black, it's going to be numbered to 67. We may find a few of those that have a sort of a red tint to them. They will be numbered to 76. So 1 to 67, 1 to 76. Adam Duvall insert for the Reds. And our hit, oh, it's a nice little rookie hit for the Cardinals with Jack Flaherty relic. So 2 relics out so far, 1 numbered, 1 not. So each of our 2 boxes yielded a relic as our hit so far. Hernandez, yeah, okay. Sorry, a couple of them I do just have to check. I know. Alex Bregman throwback jersey insert. And then we have a nice little Red Sox hollow foil. I think those are technically called rainbow hollow foil, but at any rate, hollow foil more or less covers it, I think. I need to do a little organizing here. Hang on 1 second, please. My mats over to the right that I use for sorting, I kind of had my stacks going in a weird way, and I think I was going to run out of space. That's more information than you needed to know. I know. You're going, why did you tell me that? Well, I don't know. Why not? I'm all about sharing. I haven't opened a case of Hobby in Series 1, Series 2, or Update in a while. Maybe we might have opened some Hobby and Update last year, maybe. But I'm not even 100% sure about that. I normally I prefer the jumbo. But for whatever reason, this year was weird. Like, the order was in for the jumbo, and then they're like, oh, yeah, it's all good. And then the guy comes back and he says, oh, no, I read that wrong. You have to order some Hobby if you want your jumbo. And I'm like, what? But by then it was too late, so it was an either-or proposition. Either don't get any, or you have to also get the Hobby. So here we have it. Which, I mean, I like it. It's a lot of cards. That's all. Just a lot of cards. Moncada insert, throwback jersey. Little Tim Locastro rookie went by. Let's check Brad Miller. Nope, he's good. He's regular. There's Hank Aaron again. Long ball legends for the Braves. Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. I have an Ahmed Rosario autographed baseball bat that I need to do something with. Came out of one of the breaks last year. I guess it was an unsold. It was either an unsold spot or an unpaid spot, one or the other. And, yeah, so it's just kind of sitting here. Been sitting here ever since. I have a lot of stuff like that. I had one the other day. This was so strange. The person, they were an international bidder. And that's kind of unusual on breaks, especially memorabilia breaks, because, you know, international shipping is not free. And some of these memorabilia items, well, most of them are a couple of pounds. So by the time they go internationally, it's, you know, it's a little pricey. And it shows, of course, on the listing, if you're international, it shows what the cost is and all that. So somebody bids, and then they haven't paid for it for the break. And I'm like, hey, you know, I see you're international. Did you know what you were bidding on? Oh, yeah, I know what a break is. I understand, blah, blah, blah. I haven't paid it yet, but I'm going to pay it. So, okay, that's fine. So I let it ride, of course. And then he hits. The guy hits. It was in one of the half-case mini helmet breaks. And so I'm thinking, well, okay, he really will go ahead and pay for it now because he actually hit something. And then he messages me back and says, well, he's changed his mind. He's not going to pay for it. And I'm like, why are you not going to pay for it? I mean, you actually hit something. Well, he's decided that the shipping is too much money. It's like, oh, you know, okay, that was shown like before you bid. I don't know. It's very strange. This is Dyson, numbered to 2018 for the Diamondbacks. So I'm thinking, why would you bid if you don't even want it after you hit it? So anyway, I ended up obviously with that one, which that's how I get so many of the things that I get. Every once in a while it's an unsold spot, but a lot of times it's weird stuff like that where people just don't pay you or whatever the case may be. There is another Shohei base rookie. Word on the street is that Shohei is maybe going to be back in a DH capacity before too long. I believe they're supposed to check that elbow maybe this upcoming week. And provided that his platelet injection looks like it's doing its job, I think they're going to bring him back into the lineup as a DH first. See how that goes, and then I guess from there determine if he's going to be when he's going to be pitching again. And again, I guess that's all contingent on whether or not the platelet injection has done its job. But I tell you, that was a shame because he was really playing very well when that happened. Little Clint Frazier 35th anniversary. But I'd be happy just to see him back as a DH even. I mean, because it's not like the guy can't swing the bat. He's just kind of fun to watch no matter what. There is a Cubs team card numbered to 2018. Long Ball Legends. Mejia, Rookies insert. And box number 2 is in the books. Maybe Bryce Harper's batting average is tied to his beard. You know, think about like Samson cut his hair and lost his strength kind of deal. Maybe Bryce Harper trimmed his beard and that's what happened to his batting average. Now, actually, what I thought was funny was Derek Jeter tonight talking in his commentary. If you guys were watching any of the game with the Nationals and the Phillies, in the earlier part of the game, Derek Jeter starts talking about how Bryce Harper is holding his breath when he hits the ball, and it's causing this and that and the other, and you need to be able to audibly hear him breathe when he hits the ball. And I mean, he's going into all this stuff that you're like, okay, I'm sure that's probably right, but you kind of sound stupid. It's just, you know, like we're not talking about some AAA kid. We're talking about Bryce Harper, and who's, by the way, slugged 19 home runs, even despite his sub 250 batting average. I don't know. It just struck me as weird, the whole thing. There's a hollow foil for the Cubs. But I guess, you know, that's what happens when you get into a slump. Everybody dissects everything you do in an attempt to figure it out. And honestly, I think probably that makes it worse as much or more often than it makes it better. Because then all of a sudden you've got all the added pressure and everybody picking every little motion apart. But the bad part for him happens to be that he's getting ready to go into free agency and hoping for those tremendous contract numbers we've all heard discussed. And he is, you know, not with this kind of season. So he needs to get on the ball if he's going to be signing $300 and $500 million contract and all these numbers you hear batted around. But he did say he would participate in the home run derby, which was kind of cool. He says provided that he gets voted in to play in the game, which, like, why wouldn't he? I mean, granted, his batting average is low, but I don't think there's any way Bryce Harper doesn't end up at the All-Star game. So at least we'll have him to look forward to in the home run derby. Because so many of our others, Judge and Stanton and a whole slew of others, have said no thanks. They don't plan on participating in the home run derby this year. Here is our next home run challenge card. It is Wilson Contreras for the Cubbies. So those seem to be, let's just get that out of there right now. Those seem to be coming out at about the rate of 1 per box, which of course they didn't come out that often in Jumbo for sure. So a little more often in Hobby. To 2018, Shelby Miller and the Diamondbacks. Another The Show deal. My other favorite player, Johnny Bench, for my Cincinnati Reds. I'm old school. All my favorite players are from the 70s. Steve Pearce, 2018, for the Blue Jays. Well, not all of them. Like, I like Joey Votto. I like a lot of current players, too. I just have a very special soft spot, I guess, for Johnny and Hank. Oh, this is going to be vintage stock. I can tell by the feel. Kyle Freeland, numbered to 99 for the Colorado Rockies. So sometimes you don't have to recognize the short print from the front. You can just tell it when you feel the back. That's handy. Otherwise, those would be easy to miss because they don't look appreciably different. But of course, the good news is all of the cards ship. So no matter what you see, if it is for your team, it's going to scoot right out the door and head your way. So you're going to get a giant package of cards, most likely. The guy I was talking about earlier, who I packaged up his stuff today, and the post office will pick it up tomorrow. And he had, what was 6 teams, I think it was. And the package weighed over 4 pounds. It was out of Series 2 Jumbo. So that many teams out of Series 2 Hobby would weigh even more than that, if you can believe. So yes, anybody that has multiple teams, expect to get lots and lots and lots of cards coming your way. Let me check that Brad Miller. I think it's base. Yeah, it is. All right, we'll go back and put it over there. See, I didn't have to pay a lot of attention to what all of these looked like, the base cards, in Jumbo, because you knew as soon as you got to the center of the pack, that's where all your inserts and short prints and things were going to be. So I would just really buzz through the base and didn't look at it that closely. So that's why sometimes now in the hobby, when I see one, I'm like, is that the regular base or not? I better look. I don't know if any of you played that NBA draft challenge that I spoke about the other night. I did play it. I didn't really do very well, though, I don't think. I ended up with like 575 points or something, which I don't think is really probably very good. They haven't released the results yet, but I don't think I did very well with it. That is a nice little short print that I managed to put in there upside down. Let's fix that. For the Oakland A's with Ricky Henderson. Another blast from the past. But I did have fun playing it. It was a lot of fun to play. I just don't think it did very well, comparatively speaking. Oh yeah, Greg, there are tons of packs. That's what I was saying. There are more cards in this break than we had in a half case of Jumbo, because there are 36 packs per box of Hobby. There are 10 cards per pack, so you're talking about 360 cards per box, but 6 boxes. So, you know, that is a lot. We're looking at around, I'm terrible with math in my head, so I can't tell you exactly how much that is, but it's around 2,000 cards. And of course, with a half case of our Jumbo, we were only at 1,500 cards. It's numbered to 2018 for the Blue Jays. So lots more cards and lots more packs to open. Because even though there are fewer cards per box, it just takes longer because there are 36 individual packs to open. Whereas in Jumbo, only 10 individual packs to open with 50 card packs. Shohei Ohtani rookie insert out of the top Salute inserts. So it is, yeah, it is an undertaking to break the Hobby version of any of those, really, of Series 1, Series 2, or Update. That's why the vast majority of the time you will see breakers, myself included, breaking the Jumbo and not the Hobby out of the flagship line. There are loads more of those in here too. There's fewer of those cards in the Jumbo. The show, I mean. More of them in here. Yeah, this is one of those breaks where you kind of have to settle in, get a beverage, and kick back. Joey Votto hollow foil for the Reds. And Elvis Andreas throwback jersey insert. A little Chris Bryant All-Star insert for the Cubbies, followed by a hollow foil for the Blue Jays. For the Orioles. Look right at it and see that it's Baltimore Orioles, and just there comes Blue Jays right out of my mouth. What in the world? Greg, you feel like we're going to have 3 autograph hits coming? Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You never know with these. It can, as I say, it's either or, so it's kind of a your guess is as good as mine scenario. But we have not yet pulled our hit out of this box, I don't believe, right? What we got over here? Yeah, just 2 relics. So we haven't pulled, there's another Topps now, our hit out of box 3 quite yet. So that'll be coming up along the way. And I'm pretty sure that's the regular for Shields, yeah. A little Corey Seager, 35th anniversary insert. Another Instant Impact. That one was Darryl Strawberry. George Springer. And we definitely, whatever our hit is, it's going to hang out right up until the bitter end. Oh, I see it coming right there. And it is an autograph. How about that, Greg? So you called it right. We do have an autograph coming out. And it is for the Twins. A little rookie hit for the Minnesota Twins. So we're two relics and 1 autograph out of our first 3 boxes. And look at this, kids. We have a bonus hit. Hey, because we've got a relic in here too. Cespedes for the Mets. Didn't we get lucky with the extra hit in this box? I don't usually find that in series 1, 2, or update. There are not usually extra hits hanging out, so we got very lucky there. Oh, there's another Shohei-based rookie. I can go ahead and just get that one in sleeve and out of the pack. Out of the stack, I meant to say. Obviously, it's already out of the pack. Oh, Greg, you had the Twins tonight, or you had the Mets? Which one of those was yours? The Relic or the Signature? That is numbered to 2018 for the Rangers. Chipper Jones. Ricky Henderson, blue border, 35th anniversary parallel. The blue borders are not numbered, but of course, as you know, most of our 35th anniversaries have the white border, so it is a little bit of a parallel. It's just not numbered, that's all. Chris Taylor, I thought that might be numbered, but it wasn't. That is our halfway point. Believe it or not, as long as we've been opening, we are only halfway through in this half case. Yep, no way around it. They are just long breaks. Ah, you have the Twins. All right, well that's always a good choice. It seems like a lot of Twins have come out of things this year too. I'm doing a terrible job getting these wrappers open, aren't I? Like, I don't know. Some of them just open up just fine, and then others I seem to like really have difficulty with. And maybe I need to do hand exercises. Although you would think, as many wrappers as I open and as many cards as I sort, you would think I would have good hand strength. But hey, maybe not. You never know. All right, let's stop and see what we've got. We'll take some more out of packs after we look through these. There's only so long in between that we can wait. Delayed gratification has its limits. I'll tell you what I am looking forward to opening is Inception. First of all, it's been delayed so long. Was originally due out in March, and those things do usually come out super, super early. And it kept getting pushed back and pushed back. So for one thing, I'm anxious to open it because we've been waiting on it forever. But for another, I just happen to really like Inception. And it was so good last year. I mean, we pulled so much Mike Trout out of there, and low-numbered Mike Trout autographs and patches. One case alone last year had 2 different ones in it, numbered less than 50, autographed and patch. To 2018 for the Rockies. So, you know, it's not just our rookies in Inception. It's a lot of the, what I would kind of call superstar, younger players that we have in the game already. And I'm pretty excited about getting that. For the Oakland A's, we have a 1-of-1, kids. Woohoo! Check that out. A little Chris Davis 1-of-1 action. That is nice. And it is on the walk-offs insert. So, of course, you guys know when they're on an insert, it's a sticker auto 99% of the time in Topps rather than an on-card, and that is the case here. It is a sticker, but nonetheless, it's a 1 of 1, so sweet. And we're going to follow that up with, hey, it's for my Reds. A home run challenge, Adam Duvall. So right now, I'm kind of a fan of this particular box. Not only did we hit the 1 of 1, my Reds had a home run challenge card in there for Adam Duvall. So pretty cool, huh? That was our second 1 of 1 that we've hit out of Series 2, because we hit a nice little Own the Name patch 1 of 1 out of one of the jumbo cases a couple of breaks back. Frankly, you don't pull a ton of 1 of 1s out of the flagship cards, which again is Series 1, Series 2, and Update are kind of generically referred to as the flagship line. That's the Rays hollow foil. So, yeah, pretty cool. Ozzie Smith. And a hollow foil for Suzuki. Oh, Greg, you're looking forward to museum collection? I do enjoy museum collection as well, for sure. I kind of hesitated this year if I wanted to list it as a half case or a full case. You know, because it's a pretty expensive case. That's well over, you know, well over $2,000 probably. I haven't seen the invoice for it yet. They don't invoice us until Monday, but it's probably $2,600 case, maybe a little more than, I don't know. So I really kind of hesitated. Did I want to do a half case? I want to do a whole case? How do I want to list it? And I don't know. Ultimately, I just listed it as a half. At least the first case we'll do as a half and a half. And then I'll decide what to do with it from there. Museum collection definitely can have some nice relics in it. Just in general, it's a really high-end series. So it's usually low numbered. The cards are really nice, clean, high quality, good looking cards. And you usually have a pretty healthy checklist on it too. Inception, yeah, Inception definitely has some nice patches in it. Depending on, well, there's different patches in it, but the jumbo patch is, of course, the biggest one in Inception. And it definitely has a lot of patches in it, and it definitely has a lot of nice hits in it, again, from both rookies and our younger players like Mike Trout. I'm assuming Aaron Judge will be in there this year. I haven't looked at the checklist yet, but I'm assuming he will be. And a lot of those kind of guys are usually in there. But yeah, so all three of the releases that are coming out will be worth looking into, of course. But Stadium Club is the one that is most similar to something like this, in that there are lots of base cards in Stadium Club, but the photography is a lot different. The photography is kind of what I would call more fun. It has a more kind of whimsical type feel to a lot of the things. It's not all your just traditional fielding and batting and base running kind of stuff. And I really enjoy the change of pace with Stadium Club. Not everybody likes it, so I don't know. I would say take a look at some Stadium Club cards from past years if you're not sure if that's your cup of tea or not. But I like it. I think it's fun. But it doesn't have as many base cards as, say, this break has. But it will have certainly more base cards than Inception or Museum Collection. Either one will have. think Museum Collection is, oh, I'm trying to even remember. I can't even remember how many cards are in the box in Museum Collection. But it's, you know, it's not a huge number, but it's not a tiny number. Ah, this is, oh, look at that. We got a sketch card too. Ha, nice. This is an excellent box that we're in right now. We had the 1 of 1, and now we have a sketch card. That is so cool. So, of course, it goes to the Red Sox. The player on there is Craig Kimbrell, but as you see, signed by the artist on the back. That is really cool. I don't usually pull sketch cards out of here either, so for all this to be coming out of one box is pretty sweet. I think, wasn't the 1 of 1 in this box? It was, wasn't it? Or am I crazy? Because here's a relic, too. Addison Russell for the Cubs. So this may be, is this another box where we just got 2 hits? I think it is, an autograph and a relic. Daggone. We're rocking tonight, aren't we? Those sketch cards are just all kinds of awesome. And they're super hard to pull. In fact, I wonder what the odds are. Let me see if it's going to tell me somewhere what the odds are, because I'm kind of interested in knowing that. So just hang on a second while I look on the back of this wrapper. Hold on a minute, because it's really pretty rare. 1 in 8,155 packs. So, yeah. There's what? How many packs in a case? 36 times 12. So, I don't know, 500 packs or so in a case, and it is every 8,155 cards or packs you hit a sketch card. That tells you how rare that is. That's 1 in a bazillion cases. Not bazillion, but yeah. Again, bad with math in my head, okay? So I'm just pulling a number out of thin air, but not the 8,155. That I actually read on the back of the pack. That is the correct odds, but I just don't know how many cases that translates into. A lot, in other words, a lot. So what a box. Two hits, one of them being a 1 of 1 signature, one being a relic, and then the sketch card hit on top of that. All out of this one box. That is pretty awesome, I have to say. Far better than I would have estimated we would hit out of 1/2 case of this. So now I'm kind of like, hey, what are these other 2 boxes gonna have for us? Because we've been on a little bit of a roll here. Hopefully the other half of the case is going to be as good as this half has been, because we're kind of cranking through it at the moment. Greg says, pull another sketch card. I don't think I'll be lucky enough to pull another sketch card out of this case anyway. But that is a really nice little hit for the Red Sox. So definitely the Red Sox have gotten the price of admission and then some returned to them with that nice little sketch card hit. All right, let's see what we can find in the rest of this box. First of it's been awfully kind to us. It's kind of nice, though. It's the unexpected surprises. Like, I think it was Heritage High Number that we were opening in the fall. And, of course, you know, Heritage is always super, super popular in the spring. That was even before the spring. It's really, I guess, kind of late winter. But anyway, Heritage is always super popular. Heritage High Number is usually not as popular as regular Heritage. So you don't open as much high number generally as you do of straight up Heritage. This is numbered to 2018 for the Braves with Julio Teheran. And then we have a short print for the Cubbies with Ryan Sandberg. So out of Heritage high number, we're kind of just, you know, cruising along, not expecting much out of the ordinary, you know, kind of like here, like we're just looking for our regular stuff. That is to 2018 for the Brewers. And we came into a Mike Trout red ink autograph, right? So, I mean, like to 25 or whatever, that's number 2 out of Heritage high numbered. Everybody was like, oh my gosh. It's a hollow foil reds. Because the Angels, you know, they hadn't sold for very much that night. Of course, that was pre-Ohtani, so the Angels didn't bring nearly the money last year that they do this year. So, I mean, the team had sold for, I don't even remember what, but something really low. And then the guy hits the Mike Trout red ink auto, and he was so excited. So sometimes unexpected stuff comes out of these base card heavy breaks. Makes it all worthwhile. I'd say that sketch card qualifies as that. Hang on 1 second. I've got to wake my little screen up over here. And I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. All right. We are rolling headfirst into box 5 of 6. We've been at it for a while now. Still have a little while to go, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Who has the Red Sox tonight? Whoever has them is going to be pretty happy about that. I think I'm going to look. I kind of want to know. Oh, I actually don't recognize that username. Yeah, so I don't know who that is. Sometimes I recognize the usernames, and you know, people that bid with me often, over time, I've learned the association of their real name and their eBay name. And sometimes I don't remember them. And that's one I don't remember the real name that goes with the eBay name on that one. Either way, gonna be happy. Number to 2018. That is a New York Mets team card. A little celebrating happening there. And a throwback jersey, Alex Bregman. Home run, Sanchez. An impact, Reese Hoskins. I did see him knock one out of the park before I had to turn it off tonight and before they hit the rain delay. I don't know why people aren't more excited about him, really. I mean, the Phillies, I would have thought, between he and Scott Kingery, I would have thought the Phillies would have been, you know, more people would have been interested in the rookie cards for those two. But, I mean, they do okay. They're not terrible, but it certainly doesn't have a really high level of interest in it. Not like I would have thought. There's a New York Mets hollow foil. T. Cassidy, I don't believe we've had any pirate hits, but you know what you missed, man? We hit a sketch card. Haha, how about that? I stopped and looked up the odds because I knew they were quite long. 1 in 8,155 packs are the odds of hitting a sketch card. And we were fortunate enough to hit one, so it's pretty cool. We also hit a 1 of 1 out of the same box. We hit the 1 of 1 in the sketch card, and there was a relic in that box. All 3 of those things out of one single box. For the Cubbies, that's a 35th anniversary parallel. Once again, that blue border is not numbered, but it is different from, of course, our plain border. Here we have a signed relic. It is numbered to 50, and it's for the Brewers with Christian Yelich. Yelich, formerly of the Marlins, currently the Brewers. That, of course, again, is a sticker auto. Most of the time when you have a relic and an autograph paired with tops, they end up being sticker autographs on there most of the time. So Josh Harrison throwback jersey insert. Here's a Cardinal short print and Luke Weaver. Yeah, T. Cassidy, I tell you, this has been a surprisingly good half case of hobby. I mean, we've pulled some really nice things out of here. I've been really, really happy with what we've seen so far out of this case. So all in all, we're cranking right along. I don't blame you for falling asleep, man. This is a long break. I'm probably about ready to fall asleep myself. Not really. I'm actually wide awake. But, yeah, it's hard to sit through these breaks when you're talking about, you know, 2,000 plus cards. It's a rough one. I know. Oh, hey, Greg, you hit the Christian Yelich too? Awesome. Well, you're doing very well then, man. You had, I think, 3 teams in here tonight, if I remember correctly. So it sounds like we have managed to get hits for 2 of your 3 so far. Well, yeah, you're going to have a big pile of cards. Everybody's going to have a big pile of cards. And with multiple teams, oh, yeah. You're going to have loads of cards coming. But that's what makes it fun, when you see the mailman coming and you know you're going to have some awesome stuff. Home run challenge for the Yankees with Gary Sanchez. We pulled some nice home run challenge players tonight, too. You know, sometimes you pull people who don't hit a lot of home runs, and then it's like, well, it's kind of cool to pull it, but, you know, what is the likelihood that I'm going to get the correct game if they do hit one? But some of the ones tonight, like Sanchez and Harper and some of those are very solid. With a high, you know, a much higher probability, obviously. I'm trying to find that. Okay, it's not. I want to check the back of that Scott Kingery card that went by there. Rizzo, 35th anniversary, and a Sonny Gray short print for the Yankees. No, the Yankees do not get the MLB The Show cards. Those do not go to the Yankees. Those don't go to anybody. But that's that's funny though, that I've never had anybody work that angle before, that because Aaron Judge is on the front of the game box that the Yankees would be in play. That is numbered to 50. And this is kind of, honestly, that's kind of a Pepto-Bismol pink in my opinion. But anyway, whatever they're going to call it, a hot pink or whatever kind of pink, it represents 50. So whenever you see that in Series 1 or 2, you know that's what the numbering's going to be. But yeah, we definitely have had some nice stuff come out tonight. I 100% agree with you on that. Jose Peraza to 2018. I mean, really, the sketch card alone makes it worth worth opening. And then, of course, we've had the one of one and some other nice things come out as well. So I am a big fan of this half case at the moment. Oh my goodness. I just dropped that whole stack of cards. You just saw me drop that whole stack of cards. Guys, I am so sorry. That shot right out of my hand. Thank goodness they all landed flat. I don't think anything is... We're going to look at these separately. I don't think there's any worse for the wear. Nobody landed on an edge or a corner. They look like they all landed flat, mercifully. And, of course, we do have our nice little spongy mats, but good gracious, I've never had that happen before. A whole flipping pack of cards go flying out of my hand, so sorry about that. But we are going to look at each of those separately, individually, to make sure that nobody got dinged up in there. I don't think they did, but... Yeah, Greg, I would love for it to be one sketch card per night. But, you know, we opened all those jumbos, never saw a sketch card once. Never saw a sketch card in any of the 2017 that I opened. Series 1, Series 2, or Update. All of the flagship last year, out of all of it, not a single sketch card. So, I mean, they're not, you don't come by those too often. T. Cassidy, it was, the one of one was Chris Davis for the Oakland A's, and it was on an insert, but I cannot remember which insert specifically it was. But of course, you know, we'll see it again in the recap. Which, you know, we're not terribly far away from. Got the rest of these to look through, and then the one box back there. But first we're going to look at these, because this is the pack that kind of went a little haywire on me. And that one looks all good. I know many of these are just base, but nonetheless, because I did accidentally have them go flying, I want to have a minute to look at the edges and corners. I think everything landed flat. It appeared to me that it did, but still, for an abundance of caution, I do want to check them all out, just to make sure that nobody's any worse for the wear. I really never had that happen. I don't even know how that happened. That was so strange. Here's the last one. All right, so I think we all came out of there all right. Oh, it might have been one of it might have been one of the top salutes, but I just don't remember what specifically it was, because all of those top salutes, I mean, there's walk-offs and glove work and throwback jerseys and, you know, so many components to top salute, but we'll take a look at it again momentarily. Well, when we get through the last box. So what is that? Probably 15 minutes or so, I would say. 15, 20 minutes away from the recap, maybe. Now, the bad part is this is probably going to be a 2 Red Bull sorting event. It's definitely a 1 Red Bull sorting event to get through the 1,500 cards that is the jumbo. So this being about, oh gosh, 2,100 or so cards. Probably a 2 Red Bull day when we sort this bad boy. But, you know, gives me something to do, right? Keeps me out of trouble. That's what my grandmother would always say. And keep you busy, keep you out of trouble. Okay, we have not yet seen our hit in this box. I don't believe. The last one we saw was the Yelich out of the last box, I believe. So somewhere in these last little couple of stacks, we should find our hit. For the Royals to 2018, there's Melky. Do I hate the Yankees? Oh, no, I don't hate the Yankees. I like the Yankees. I mean, I'm a Reds fan by trade, but I like the Yankees. I like watching Aaron Judge, for one thing. There's really, honestly, I don't think there's any team in baseball that I quote unquote hate. Well, because you got to understand, generally speaking, if you hate a team, like really hate a team, it has to do with rivalries, right? So like they've beat the stuffing out of your team a bunch of times or whatever. So you're like, oh, I can't stand them because they always beat my team or whatever. Like the way I feel about, the Patriots and my Steelers in football. So I'm a Reds fan, right? And as a Reds fan, we do not really win a lot. So we get the stuffing beat out of us all the time. We don't really always hardly even expect to win. At least I don't expect us to win most of the time. Not since the 70s anyway. So, so I don't have a lot of rivalry feelings towards other teams because I'm just used to us losing to them anyway. So I don't really hate any teams in baseball, honestly. I know a lot of people do. I don't. Numbered to 67, Dan Straley and the Marlins. I just like watching good games. And I enjoy watching good players in good games no matter who it is. So, I know, right? Everybody laughs at me about the Reds and the Steelers. But there's somebody else. I'm trying to think who it is. There's somebody else that breaks with me who also likes the Reds and the Steelers. And because they came on one night and somehow it came up. I guess probably like it did tonight. And somebody else said, hey, I'm the same way. I like the Reds and the Steelers. But now, would you really think that I would be a Bengals fan? I mean, I've already got a hard enough road being a Reds fan, and then you think I would want to be a Bengals fan on top of that? I'd never be able to cheer for anybody. But actually, I've been a Reds fan since I was a child. My parents were Reds fans, and that's just how I was raised. My sister also, she liked Pete Rose. I liked Johnny Bench, that kind of thing. So I've been a Reds fan for as far back as I can remember. But football-wise, my dad really kind of likes the Colts, but I was never much of a Colts fan, I'll be honest. Let's take a look at what I see right here because I see something really nice coming and I want to just look at it right now. So here's the Braves. It's blue border. It's not numbered, but here's what I wanted to get to because I saw it and I don't want it just sitting there. So hold on for a minute. This has been just a beautiful half case. And the Red Sox have had most of the benefit because they got the sketch card. And now you are about to get a Pedro Martinez numbered to 5. Look at that, kids. How beautiful is that? And the Red Sox had already made their money back and then some with the sketch card. Now you pull the Pedro Martinez to 5. Oh, mercy. This has been such a nice... Here, I'm going to show you this sketch card again right now. I mean, we already saw it, but just because we just saw that other nice Red Sox hit. Wow. This has been such a nice half case. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And Red Sox probably went, what, like $30 tonight or something? Yeah. Tampa Bay Rays home run challenge, Corey Dickerson. That's why you can't sleep on these breaks like this sometimes. I mean, they are low buy-in, and they're low buy-in for a reason. Not every case comes out like this case has, but you can really, really have some nice hits come out for a relatively low buy-in. That's the 2018 for the Giants. So believe it or not, sometimes your best investments are things like this that you don't spend a fortune for, but you pull some, have some good run of luck and pull some really nice stuff out. And I would say the Red Sox, having both a Reverence card and a sketch card come out, yeah, I'd say they've had a good night. So you're from Columbus. So are you then a Cleveland Browns fan? Because you've had kind of a hard road to follow as well if you're a Browns fan. But I guess you could really be either one, because you're kind of, I guess you're closer to Cincinnati. So maybe you're a Bengals fan then, as opposed to a Browns fan. It'd be easier to be a Bengals fan, that's for sure. Because at least they have some good stretches and good years. And frankly, you would have had some playoff if What's-His-Head hadn't gone off and gotten the penalty and then gotten the other penalty for touching the ref a couple of years back, which allowed my Steelers to go on to the playoffs and kept your Bengals at home. Why can't I think of that guy's name? He's the same one that hit Antonio Brown in the knee and knocked him out that year, and then he hit Roethlisberger in the knee. I mean, he's kind of a dude I don't like that much there for the Bengals, but at the moment I'm blanking on his name. Oh, you were born in Dallas, so Cowboys and Rangers. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have strong feelings either way about the Rangers. I mean, as I said, I don't really have strong feelings about really any baseball team. There's nobody I really hate. Nice little Frank Thomas short print for the White Sox. So I'm okay with the Rangers. And I don't really even mind the Cowboys. I know a lot of people really don't like the Cowboys. But, you know, again, it's not like a division rivalry thing for me with the Steelers. So I don't have a lot of strong feelings about them either. Did we look at these already? I don't know. We're going to look again just to be on the safe side. Because normally I set them off to the right. And I don't know why I would have set those there, but maybe I did. Yeah, so for me with football, I don't dislike even some of our own division teams. Like, I do kind of dislike the Bengals. And I kind of dislike the Ravens and the Patriots. Although, even having said that, I do have a lot of loyalty to my alma mater, which is the University of Kentucky. So, UK, we have good basketball. Many of you probably know that. We have terrible football. Many of you probably know that too. So, we don't get a lot of football players in the pros. And when we do manage to get one in the pros, then I'm always going to support my guy, no matter what team he plays on. So we do have a handful of players scattered around the league. In fact, we have somebody playing with the Ravens. So I do, even as much as they're a division rival, and I kind of go, oh, the Ravens, because I have a former UK guy playing there. Well, you know, I occasionally have to want the Ravens to do well. Of course, I've got Randall Cobb with the Packers. I mean, we're spread around here and there. So even the teams that I technically think, ooh, I don't really want that team to do well, I still want my players to do well, so I don't, like, totally want the team to do terribly. Does that make sense? Maybe. Maybe, anyway. And then you said, crazy kids, what are you? Oh, you grew up with Brooks, Frank Robinson, and Jim Palmer. Crazy Kid said that you have a question about pricing a card. So what is the question that you have about pricing the card? I don't know if I'll be able to answer it. I might, or somebody in chat might be able to answer it. Maybe our friend here who says that our conversation is boring, maybe that friend will be able to answer it for you. I don't know. But throw it in there and let's see if we can't figure it out. We will definitely do our best to answer it for you amongst us. And T. Cassidy, I don't know. I can't remember what the player's name is. I know that player's name for the Bengals, and it's just right out of my head. Just can't think of it. I want to see if this Barretto is a short print. No, it is not. That is not, but I thought it might be. Oh, a 1/1 instant impact. Is it signed or unsigned, Crazy Kids? Autographed or no? So you grew up liking the Orioles because of Cal Ripken. Oh, but you like Griffey. Yeah, see, now Griffey, that's one you gotta, that throws you over to my Reds and maybe even to the Mariners, depending on when you were watching. Okay, guys, so Crazy Kids is asking us if anybody has an idea what an unsigned instant impact insert for Rafael Devers for the Red Sox out of Series 2. So it's the 1/1 unsigned. Anybody have any thoughts on what kind of value that is? I really do not, because I haven't priced his unsigned stuff at all. I will tell you this, Crazy Kids, you might be able to look at some of his other Series 2 cards, and that might give you some idea. Like if you look on eBay at completed auctions and look at his other Series 2 stuff and kind of see what it's going for, that might give you a starting point. I would think it would be decent money, but I don't think it's going to be like car payment kind of money or anything, but I would think it would be okay money. For the Mets to 2018, Adrian Gonzalez. A little Tim Raines for the Expos. And for anybody who does not know this, the Expos, the former Montreal Expos, are the current Washington Nationals. So cards do stay with their franchises. So if a franchise relocates, renames, whatever, the card will follow along with it. So in other words, the Expos cards go to the Nationals, the current Nationals. Numbered to 2018, there is Ronald Torres for the Yankees. Oh, you got to see, oh, nice. You got to see your first Reds game was in the old stadium. Very nice. Yeah, as I said, I was kind of raised as a Reds fan, so it's followed along with me throughout my lifetime. And you got to stick with them. It's been a while probably since we've been good, really, but one of these days they're going to get us back on track. Maybe by the time we get Hunter Green up, it might be we might be back in the right trail. Of course, Senzel busting up his finger this weekend was just, I've been waiting for that kid to be called up with what seems like 100 years. Of course, it hasn't been. But really, I would have thought he would have already been up. Of course, as we know, they're saying, oh, there's nowhere to play him. There's no position. They keep shuffling him around anyway. My goodness, they've had him in the minors play 100 positions, it seems like, trying to get him into a spot to bring him into the rotation. And then he has that freak accident and basically jams up his finger and then doesn't come out of the game. And then the next throw, boom, tears the tendon right off the bone. Oakland A's team card, numbered to 2018. So he is having surgery on Tuesday, so he's obviously done for the year. Hopefully we'll be ready for spring training next year, and surely to goodness they'll get him called up next year, but that was a tough blow right there. Tough, tough blow. Crazy Kids, you said that your local hobby guy said 400. I mean, that might be right. I don't know. I haven't priced any of his unsigned stuff. To me, that seems like it's a little on the high side, but your local guy probably is keeping better track of that statistic than I am. So if that's what he recommended, then I would say that's certainly a starting point. Myself, I would have probably guessed a couple $100. But that, again, is just a guess. Because I had not at all priced... First of all, I haven't priced any of his Series 2 stuff signed or unsigned. And then beyond that, I hadn't looked at any of his unsigned stuff at all. But that could make sense, around 400 or something like that. I don't think the... yeah, the $9.99 I definitely think is way high. So I don't know. Is it graded? If it looks like it would grade out well, you might, if it looks like it would grade out at least a 9, 9.5, 10, something like that, it might also be worth your while to send it off, pull it off, get it graded, and do it that way. Because that will definitely give you a bigger ROI. I mean, you have to wait. That's the downside. All the services are still backed up, so there is some waiting involved. But, I don't know, might be worth it. Okay, so let's recap here real quickly. Anything you see like this with this sort of background is going to be numbered to 2018. So there's a big stack of these. And this one with the black background is numbered to 67. We've got our kind of, I don't know, reddish, hot pinkish, whatever this is, numbered to 50. Of course, all the rest to 2018 as we go along. When we finish the recap, I will put up the spreadsheet information one final time that has, why do I have this in there? Oh, because it's the vintage. That will have the anticipated shipping date and all that. This is a vintage stock for the Rockies, numbered to 99 with Kyle Freeland. 2018, 2018, etc. Oh, I forgot about this. We had the nice little acetate here, numbered to 10 for the Indians. We pulled that so early back and so far back in the break, I'd forgotten about it. Numbered to 67, also for the Rockies. 2018 on each of those. Then we had the Ted Williams. I forgot about that one. Numbered to 50 for the Red Sox. Red Sox really did do quite well, didn't they? Red Sox had a nice little break overall. All right, we are next going to take a look at our Home Run Challenge cards. So the Rays, the Yankees, the Reds, the Cubs, the Rays again, and the nice Bryce Harper for the Nationals. That's probably the winner out of the Home Run Derby cards. That was one of the better ones you could pull for that. And then here for the short print for the White Sox with Frank Thomas. Our beautiful sketch card. Loving this card of Craig Kimbrell for the Red Sox, of course, signed by the artist. And it's not numbered, but again, we saw the odds on pulling that are 1 in 8,000, I think it was 155 packs. Not numbered, but a variation with the blue border on the 35th anniversary. A short print Sonny Gray for the Yankees. Short print Luke Weaver and the Cardinals. Another blue border, that one for the Cubs. Short print for the Cubbies, Ryan Sandberg. A blue border, Ricky Henderson for the A's. A short print, Ricky Henderson for the A's. A black and white negative parallel for the Royals. A short print for the Angels. Short for the Mets. And finally, another SP for the Cardinals. And now we are coming upon our hits, and they are so nice. I love them. This is awesome. Numbered 25 for the Red Sox with the Pedro Martinez Reverence Patch Card. I mean, that is just an awesome, awesome hit to go along with the sketch card, of course, that we already saw for the Red Sox. Here's Christian Yelich, numbered 250 for the Brewers. For the Cubbies, Addison Russell relic. Here's our pretty little 1/1 Chris Davis for the Oakland A's, and it was on walk-offs was the insert on that top salute 1/1 sticker autograph. Cespedes for the Mets relic. And a little autograph for the Twins, a little rookie auto action for Minnesota. A relic for the Cardinals with Jack Flaherty. And a relic for the Cubbies, numbered to 50, Wilson Contreras. We even got a little pinstripe there. So that is our break and our recap, but as promised, I will put the spreadsheet info up again. Put our autofocus back on and get us switched back over here and take a look. There's the anticipated shipping dates for everything that we broke this evening. And of course, Thursday is what I have projected for this series 2. I'm hopeful that I can get that out to you sooner, but it is a massive amount of cards, as you've seen sitting here while we've been breaking them. It took a long, long time. It will take even longer than that to sort and ship them. So projecting Thursday, hoping for sooner. Of course, our free shipping breaks on a slightly different schedule there, as you see. Don't have to worry about consolation cards in Series 2. If you were in one of the first 2 breaks, the information there about consolation cards and how they work, you see there on the screen. And finally, a look at what we've got coming up. Tomorrow night, there's all kinds of memorabilia, baseball, basketball, and football, jerseys, helmets, batting helmets, you name it. We'll also do the back half of this case that we started tonight. The remaining 6 boxes we're going to open tomorrow night. Wednesday is a big new release day. We will open Inception Baseball, Encased Basketball, and Elite Football. All come out on Wednesday. We're going to open them all on Wednesday. Stadium Club also comes out on Wednesday, but we're not going to open it until Thursday. We're also going to open the Gold Rush Value Pack Baseball on Thursday. It came out this past Friday. I forgot it was coming. I forgot to list it. There you go. We're going to open it Thursday. On Friday, that's when Museum Collection comes out. We will open it on Friday along with some more Encased Basketball and some of our triple boxes. We'll do a 3-peat basketball box and a triple play baseball box. Each one of those memorabilia boxes will have an autographed jersey, an autographed ball, and an autographed photograph in them. So those are always fun breaks. It's kind of like a 3 for the price of 1 sort of deal. And that's what we're looking at in the days ahead. And I guess you were asking if I saw a Gleyber Torres short print rookie. You know, I did not as we went through this now. It could be that it's in the second half of the case. It could be that it will turn out to be Acuna instead. My experience with the jumbo was that in general it is one or the other. So typically we would find either the Acuna or the Torres. Because again, I say again, we didn't talk about this tonight. We talked about it in some of the other breaks. So Acuna and Torres were both late additions to Series 2. They are both technically inserts. They are not technically part of the regular base cards of Series 2. As such, they are turning up about 1 per case, and it's usually either Torres or Acuna. Most of the time when they go through, I will catch them as they go through, even as quickly as we go through the base. I normally will see them. It's possible that I didn't see one in here, but probably you guys would have seen it if I didn't. But again, everything ships. So if it is in there and I didn't see it, you will get it. But I did not see it, to answer your question. And the jumbos, I think we pulled... I know we pulled a Kuna out twice. I know we pulled a Torres out at least once or twice. And we also pulled a Torres autograph parallel out of one of the jumbos. In fact, I think it was maybe the very first jumbo break we did. Maybe. It was, yeah, one of the early ones anyway. But they're not coming out very frequently, in other words. So I don't think that there is one in there. The Torres, I can tell you, is horizontal. The Acuna is vertical. So the Torres is one I'd probably catch a little even more easily than I would see the Acuna. But of course, in the jumbo, it was, they were more towards the center because they were inserts, so they were easier to spot. So it's possible it's in there, but I didn't see it. We'll put it like that. So, but if there is one, I promise you, I will find it when I sort all this gigantic pile of cards, and you will definitely get it if it's in there. So, all right, well, that is it for me tonight. Thank you guys for hanging in there. This was a long one. I appreciate you sticking it out here to the bitter end. And we'll be back at it tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll see you then. But if not then, we'll catch you the next time around. Until then, take care. Bye now.